Today for dinner, I made Cowboy casserole in the Crockpot. I love this one because it is so filling and of course really easy to make. First, I chopped up a pound of bacon and I am cooking that separately in a skillet. Once that bacon is about cooked, I should have waited a little longer, but that's okay. You're gonna add a pound of sausage, and I'm using hot sausage, but you can use whatever. And then I'm adding a chopped onion and a chopped bell pepper. Just let that cook, and then I'm chopping up some red potatoes. So just make sure they are all around the same size. I'm doing 3 pounds of those. Once that sausage and bacon is about cooked through, I'm adding a couple tablespoons of minced garlic to this. And now you're gonna start adding everything to your crock pot. First, I'm adding my potatoes, and then I'm adding some black beans and some corn and some tomatoes with green chilies. Now you're just going to add that meat and stuff into your crock pot. Oh, and don't forget to season it. I'm just using the seasonings right here, but you can change it up for whatever you want. Cook that on high for just a few hours until those potatoes are nice and tender. And then once they are, I added a bunch of cheese to the top. I did not have time to shred my own, so no one come at me for that. So I'm just adding a few cups of cheese. And then once that's melted, we dug in. We were at a tournament all weekend and it is grocery day tomorrow, so we're just kind of looking through the fridge, seeing what we have, seeing what we can clean out, and making dinner. First, I'm shredding up this whole block of cheese, and I've had this box of cheddar bay biscuit dough in my pantry forever, so we're using that up, and it's really delicious anyway. We're just making those per package directions. Into a large skillet, I added about a half of a stick of that garlic and herb butter. Then when that melts, I'm adding 1.5 sticks of smoked sausage to this. One of them's turkey sausage. Again, it's what we have. And once that's nice and sauteed, I'm adding 1 pound of pasta. I'm using macaroni because it's what we have. Then you're going to add that whole container of chicken broth. This is the only veggie we had, so we're making a couple cans of corn with this. Don't forget to season that pasta however you like. I'm just using this garlic and herb seasoning. Once that liquid is about all absorbed, you're going to add 1 cup of half and half, or you can use heavy cream here. Just turn on the heat, and then I added around 2 to 3 cups of that Colby Jack cheese. You're just going to keep on mixing until everything is nice and smooth. This dinner was amazing and really didn't take much time at all to make. I hope you guys give it a try. Let me know if you do. Tonight's dinner was Crockpot beef and noodles. This one is so easy to make and really delicious. First, you're going to take around a 2-pound chuck roast, and then I'm cubing mine up a little bit just so it can cook a little faster, and then season it with whatever you want. I'm just using a steak seasoning. And then I'm grabbing a skillet and searing mine, but if you want to, you can skip this step. It's not necessary, but I think it adds a little more flavor. I am also adding a sliced onion to the same pan. And once that's golden on all sides, I am going to throw this into my crock pot. Then I added around 2 cups of beef broth, and then 2 packets of the au jus mix, and then 1 packet of onion soup mix, and then I'm doing around 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. I cooked mine on high for around 5 hours. My crock pot does run a little hot, so it might take a little bit longer, and low will be around 8 to 9 hours probably. Once it's done, you're going to either cut it up or shred it up, and then I'm cooking my noodles separately and then adding them to that so they don't get really gummy. And then to make mine a little creamier, I do add heavy cream to mine, around a half of a cup to a cup. You can be the judge of that. Just mix this up and it is all ready. This one is so delicious. I hope you guys give it a try. Today, I'm making a creamy Easter fruit salad. This dessert is so easy and absolutely delicious. First, just grab an 8-ounce container of Cool Whip and add that to a large bowl. Then I'm adding one of these little cups of vanilla pudding to this, and then just mix up. And now you're gonna set this aside. Then you're gonna chop up whatever kind of fruits you want in here. We are doing 2 cups of chopped strawberries first. You could add some chopped grapes in here, bananas, whatever you want. Then I'm adding around 2 cups of blueberries. Then I'm taking this 15-ounce can of mandarin oranges and draining that, and then adding it to the bowl too. Now grab some mini marshmallows. I'm doing these colorful fruit ones this time, and you're going to add around 2 cups of those. You can add just regular ones if you want. Now just mix everything together really well. Then I'm transferring mine to a smaller bowl, and then to make it cute and festive, I'm adding 2 little bunny peeps on the top. This dessert is so fruity and delicious. Tonight's dinner was such an easy one and such a delicious one. It is Crock-Pot potatoes and sausage. First, grab an onion, and I'm doing 2.5 sausage links, and the onion was so incredibly strong this time. Just slice those smoked sausages, and then chop up that onion, add a little oil to a hot pan, and I am sauteing mine. You can skip that step if you want, but it tastes way better if you do it. I'll grab around 5-ish pounds of russet potatoes. I am peeling mine, and then I'm going to slice those up like this. Then just throw those into your crock pot. Once those onions and sausage are nice and browned, I'm adding a big old scoop of minced garlic in there, and then I'm going to add this to the crock pot. Now you're just adding a packet of onion soup mix to this, and you're gonna stir it up really well. And then I'm adding a half a stick of butter on the top. And that is it. You're gonna cook this on high for around 3-ish hours until the potatoes are nice and tender. And once those are, I'm topping mine with this right here has been my favorite dinner all week. It is a 1 p.m. meal and it is absolutely amazing. First, I'm taking 2 New York strip steaks and then seasoned with some pepper and that Montreal steak seasoning. And then I am chopping up 2 bell peppers. I think mushrooms would have went so good in this one too. I just didn't have any. So I'm also doing a jalapeno. I just took out some seeds of that, and then an onion as well. Now you're gonna grab your large skillet and then add a little oil to that and then your steak. I was trying to go for a medium rare here, so I'm doing 3 minutes on each side. And then once that time was up, I added a few tablespoons of butter and then basted those steaks in butter for about 30 seconds. Now just take those steaks off to rest. Then to that same pan, you're gonna add a couple more tablespoons of butter. And you can turn down the heat to a medium here. And then once that butter is melted, you're gonna add your veggies in. Season them well with smoked paprika and Slap Your Mama seasoning. And if you don't want spicy at all, just change up the seasonings. I cook those for about 5 minutes until the veggies are a little soft. Now, I'm using instant rice to go faster, so I'm doing 3 cups of instant rice and then just tossing that up really well, and then add 3 cups of beef broth and then crank up the heat. Once it's boiling, you're going to reduce the heat and cover it just for like 2 minutes and it's already finished. While that was cooking, I cut up my steaks and I did go a little over medium rare, but it's fine. Now I want my rice a little creamy, so I'm adding a half of a cup of heavy cream and then a half of a cup of Parmesan cheese, and if you want it creamier, just add a little more. And honestly, that rice was the best rice I've ever had. Now just top it with those steaks and enjoy. I absolutely am in love with this one. Let's make the most delicious dinner. These are bacon cheeseburger pierogies, and they were so amazing. First, you're gonna take a family-sized bag of these frozen pierogies. It's the 4 cheese melody one. You're gonna spray those with oil and then season it really well. I use those 2 seasonings right there. Flip them over and then add a little oil again and then season again. You're gonna put those in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. While those are baking, you're gonna cook 1 pound of ground beef with 1 diced onion. And then while that is cooking, you're gonna shred up your cheese. I'm doing 2 to 3 cups. I'm doing Monterey Jack cheese, and I already have some cheddar already shredded. And then if you don't already have some bacon cooked, you do need to cook some bacon. I already cooked mine earlier. Then make sure to drain that grease from that ground beef and then season really well. After that 15 minutes is up on those pierogies, you're going to take them out and then flip them over. Then place them back in the oven for another 15 minutes. You'll notice when they're done, they're gonna start plumping up like that. Now you're gonna start layering everything. First, I did the ground beef on top of those. And then I added my shredded cheeses and then that bacon. You're gonna put this back in your oven for about 5 more minutes until that cheese is all nice and melted. Whenever those come out of the oven, you can top it with whatever you want or just leave it like this. I have this burger sauce that I'm obsessed with right now, and we topped it with that. These were delicious. Tonight's dinner was steak, garlic, cheesy bread. This is my favorite dinner of all time. It's really just the best dinner ever. First, take a ribeye steak and you're gonna slice it up very thinly and then toss it with some oil and some steak seasoning. Now grab an onion and you're gonna slice that up as well. Cook those together in a hot pan with a little bit of oil. This will only take about 4 minutes total. When that's all finished, just set it to the side. And now you're gonna start shredding that cheese. I'm doing about 3/4 cups of Monterey Jack cheese and then about a half of a cup of Romano cheese. I usually do Asiago, but I didn't have any. Now take a separate bowl and add 2 tablespoons of softened butter to that, and then 3/4 cups of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, and about a half of a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Now you're gonna mix that together and then add all that cheese in there and then mix that up as well. Now take a French bread loaf and then split that in half and then spread that mixture onto that bread. And grab that steak that you cooked earlier and then put that steak on top of that spread, and now top it with some provolone cheese. Then I sprinkled a little bit of pepper on there. You're gonna bake this at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes and then broil for another 2 minutes till it gets a little golden. You will just need a side salad with this dinner. It is truly so amazing. I hope you guys give this one a try. Let me know if you do. Today with dinner, I made these really delicious cheesy breadsticks, and they are so easy and just amazing. First, you're just gonna grab a pizza dough crust. Now just stretch it out a bit so everything is nice and even, and you kind of want to know where the middle of it is because you're gonna fold it over. Then grab whatever kind of cheese you want. I totally thought I grabbed mozzarella cheese because it's white, it looks the same, and I didn't even notice that I grabbed Monterey Jack cheese until like everything was already cooking and everything. But it's fine because Monterey Jack cheese is way better than mozzarella. So you're just gonna cut that cheese into strips just like that. Then lay it out on your pizza dough crust. I did 5 cheese sticks. Then just simply fold it over. And then I took the back of the knife and just kind of pinched it a little bit shut between each breadstick. Then I just made some really simple garlic butter. I took some butter and then melted it and put that garlic and herb seasoning on there. Just spread that butter all over them, and I added a little more seasoning at the end too. Then I baked mine at 400 degrees for around 13 minutes. So I say 13 to 15 minutes until nice and golden. And they might like blow up a bit, but once you take them out of the oven for a few minutes, they calm down and they go down. These were absolutely amazing. I do wish I made 2 batches of these because we went through these so fast. I hope you guys give this one a try. Let me know if you do. Tonight's dinner was this 1-pan bacon chicken cheesy pasta. This is one of our all-time favorite pasta dishes, and it is pretty easy to make as always. First, in your skillet, you're going to cook about 1 pound of chopped up bacon. Then I cubed up about 1.5 to 2 pounds of chicken. And you can season this however you want. You do not have to use the ranch seasoning, but I did about a packet of ranch and a tablespoon or so of some Slap Your Mama seasoning, and then 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. The cornstarch will make it a little crispy. Now, once that bacon is all done cooking, you're going to take it off of your pan and then leave some of that bacon fat in there and cook that chicken in that. Cook that chicken around 3 to 4 minutes per side until it's golden like this. Once that chicken's done cooking, you're going to add a few tablespoons of butter and half of a chopped onion to this, and then a big old scoop of minced garlic. Now just deglaze that pan with a little splash of chicken broth. Then add the rest of that container of chicken broth. Add 1 whole pound of whatever kind of noodles you want. We're going to cook those in that chicken broth. Heat that to boiling and then cover, and make sure you mix every once in a while. This will take about 8 to 9 minutes to cook through. While that's cooking, I went ahead and shredded up my cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want here. I'm doing some cheddar cheese and some Monterey Jack cheese. Now once those noodles are cooked through, you're going to add 1 cup of heavy cream. Now pile on that cheese and then stir it up really well until everything is melted, and this will not take long. Now take that chicken that you cooked earlier and top it with your chicken, then your bacon, and then I'm also slicing up some green onions for the top. This dinner is so amazing. I hope you guys give this one a try. Let me know if you do. Today I made these mini chicken pot pies. They were so easy and so delicious. I cannot stop eating them. First, you're just going to take a muffin pan and then spray it down with oil really well. And then you're going to take a can of biscuits. You're actually going to take 2 cans. So this is going to be enough to make 16 of these little mini chicken pot pies. And then you're going to take another muffin pan and fill those up as well. I just don't show that, but just so you know, it does make 16. You're just going to flatten that dough out as good as you can to make a giant cup. So go up the sides too. And then in a separate bowl, you're going to take 1 cup of cooked chicken, chopped or shredded, 1 cup of thawed veggies. I did the peas and carrots. And then I did 1 can of those new potatoes chopped, and then 1 can of the cream of chicken with herbs. You're just going to stir this up really well and then add a big old dollop of daisy in there. If you can't find the cream of chicken with herbs, just use the regular cream of chicken and then just season it really well. All right, I added just a little bit of pepper to mine, and then you're going to scoop that in to your little biscuit cups, just like this. Remember, this makes 16. Okay, you're going to cook them in the oven at 375 for 20 to 25 minutes, and they come right out of that muffin pan. They are so creamy and delicious. I love these, and the whole family does too. I'm making another easy and delicious sheet pan meal today. This is going to be my lunch for the next few days. It is one of my favorites. First, I'm cutting up 2 bell peppers and 1 onion. I did something similar to this a while back, and everybody loved it, but a lot of people didn't like pesto, so we're changing it up this time. Then I'm cutting up a smoked sausage. I'm doing the turkey one this time, but you can do whatever kind you want. Now you're going to add all that to a large bowl, and then grab a bag of this frozen tortellini and add that in as well, and then give it a nice toss. Then you're going to add a tablespoon or 2 of some oil, and then toss that up again. And so instead of pesto, I am doing this Italian dressing. I'm doing around a cup of this and then mixing it up really well. And then you're going to grab a really large sheet pan, and I'm going to line mine with some parchment paper for an easier cleanup. Go ahead and dump that all on your sheet pan and spread it out really well. And I topped mine with a little bit of red pepper flakes. You're going to bake this at 400 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. And then right when that came out of the oven, I shredded up some Parmesan cheese right over the top, and it just kind of melted right away, and then topped it with more red pepper flakes. This one was absolutely delicious. I hope you guys give this one a try. Let me know if you do. Tomorrow is grocery day, so today we are just kind of making dinner with what I have left. Somehow I did not use my potatoes this week, so I am taking around 3 pounds of potatoes and then chopping those into cubes. And make sure those are cut pretty small, and now I'm going to wash mine. And then I'm just going to put them in a bowl filled with some water until I am ready to cook those. And now I'm going to cut up everything else I'm using. So I'm doing this smoked sausage right here. You can use whatever kind you want. This is what we had. And then I am cutting up some bacon as well. I'm doing this whole package. And then you're going to grab your skillet, and I'm just putting mine at about a medium heat. and then throwing that bacon in. Once the bacon is about halfway cooked, I'm draining those potatoes and then making sure they are completely dry. And then once that bacon is nice and crispy, I'm going to take mine off and let it drain on some paper towels. Then I'm keeping that bacon grease in there and then cooking those potatoes in that. I'm still at about a medium heat here, and I'm just covering those for a few minutes, mixing them up, and then covering them again for another few minutes just to make sure those potatoes get cooked. And I cranked up the heat a bit, and now I'm just kind of frying that until golden. So once they're about half done, I'm adding some ranch seasoning to mine, and you can add whatever seasonings you want. And then I'm adding that smoked sausage. You're just going to cook those until your desired kind of crispiness. Now you could top it with your bacon now and just eat it like this, but we are going to add some cheese to ours and then top it with the bacon and just cover just a little bit until melted. This dinner was so delicious. Tonight's dinner was so incredible. It might be my favorite dinner all week. First, you're going to grab a large skillet. Then you're going to take around 8 strips of bacon or so, really however much you want, and then chop that up. Start cooking that bacon at a medium to low. Then I took around 1.5 pounds of chicken and cubed that up really small, and I'm seasoning it with Slap Your Mama seasoning, ranch seasoning, and then I did a tablespoon or 2 of some cornstarch in there, and then mix it up really well. When that bacon's almost done cooking, I added a diced onion in that, and then finished cooking it. When that's all finished, you're going to set this aside on some paper towels to drain. And I had pretty much no bacon grease, so I am adding 3 tablespoons of butter to that pan and then adding my chicken in once that's about melted. You're going to cook this at a medium to high temperature and then flip it over after 3 minutes and then cook again for another 3 minutes and then take that off and set it aside. And then to that same pan, I'm adding a package of this gnocchi and just tossing that up until nice and brown. Then you're going to add 3/4 cups of chicken broth to this and then 1 cup of heavy cream. And now you can season it however you want. I'm adding the rest of that ranch seasoning and then a little bit more Slap Your Mama seasoning. Just mix this until it begins to thicken, which won't take much time. And then I added 2 handfuls of some spinach. Then I added maybe 1/2 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. Just mix until melted, and then you're going to add that chicken in and then top it with your bacon. This dinner was so creamy and flavorful and absolutely delicious. I hope you guys give this one a try. Let me know if you do. Tonight's dinner is a quick and easy orange chicken. This is not authentic or anything, but it is quick and easy and the kids love it. First, I chopped up some chicken thighs, and you can go bigger on those if you want. I did them really small. And now you're going to add about 3 tablespoons of cornstarch to this, some salt, pepper, and then garlic powder and onion powder. Just toss that up really well. And then grab a really large skillet, add just a couple tablespoons of oil to that, and let it heat up. Into a separate bowl, I'm doing 3/4 cups of soy sauce, that whole jar of orange marmalade, and a tablespoon each of sesame oil and rice vinegar. Then a couple teaspoons of ginger, and then 1 big scoop of minced garlic. And I added a couple teaspoons of red pepper flakes. Now add another tablespoon of cornstarch to this and whisk it up really well. Now once that pan is nice and hot, you're going to add that chicken in. My pan was pretty crowded, so I did 5 minutes on each side. Just keep tossing that around just to make sure everything is cooked through. If you have a bigger pan, it'll be more like 3 minutes on each side. But once that chicken is all done cooking, you're going to add that sauce in, and this should thicken up pretty quickly. This one was so easy and delicious. I just cooked some instant rice in the microwave and served it over that. Highly recommend.